Alright, we are live. Alright everybody, judging by the music that is apparently playing, we're doing the World Tournament. But no, we're not. Today we'll be doing Pokemon Leafgreen with Crobat. Crobat isn't really that good until it got access to Cross Poison and access to a 90 power fly. It didn't really become good until then, but right now, Crobat is not really its best at this point. And also, I don't know if this happened during this stream or just happened on the side, but Baby T, thanks for becoming a member. If you're in the stream, which I'm not sure if you'll be watching this later or not, but if you ever want to request a solo run challenge or a backport, feel free to. Best of hey, thanks Yokai. Hello Draco, Empty Eyes, Area 91. Bro, I had a short playing in the background, had the most ghetto music playing, like speed turn it up. Good one. Yeah, I hope y'all had plenty of time to look over the moveset. But this thing's moveset isn't entirely the greatest. Alright, so right now we're running the Brave Nature just because we need extra attack and we have so much speed, we can afford to lose some speed. And for Brock, we want to be level 12. With a minus speed nature, Onix will only use one Rock Tomb to outspeed Crobat. If Crobat is 13, Onix will use 2 Rock Tombs. For Brock, Screech both Geodude and Onix. Geodude as much as possible and hope he uses Defense Curl to negatively lose defense over time. Onix needs 2 Screeches. You could use Supersonic to hopefully mess them up. Leech Life is going to be the main move for Brock. Due to the fact that Leech Life can heal Crobat over the course of the fight, Astonishes flinches will be ineffective due to the speed drop. The fight is just Aerodactyling the fight. Yeah, I'll probably just end up Blackout training that fight. Actually, no, Blackout training wouldn't be good because how the AI works with speed control moves like Rock Tomb, once Crobat is slower than the Onix, it won't go for the move anymore. So if I do Blackout training, as I get higher and higher of a level, it might hit me with more Rock Tombs. So yeah, I do not want to Blackout train. I want to just save at level 12. Oh, yeah, I've used those kinds of cheats before. Those are fun. Like in Gen 4, you could use the Pokédex calculator to edit the wild Pokemon spawns. It was pretty cool. Alright, Misty, fight the trainers to get Bite. Get Nugget Bridge, Secret Power. As for Misty, 23 is fine. Grab the Versus Seeker. We're going to do Attack EV training on Psych south of Palatown. Okay, that's pretty much as far as I'll read. But Secret Power, Wing Attack, and Bite will be our main attacking moves for a bit. Anyway, let me make sure everything in Pokebite looks normal. I do need to run a female Crobat. I don't see where in Pokebite I can edit the Pokemon's gender. So if it's a male one, I'll just reset. Excuse me. Okay, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, the controller's off. I had the stream all set up. And I've been out of the house for over an hour with a friend working out. But anyway, let's start for real now. Go. Honestly, I don't think that potion's even necessary. And if you're wondering why I pressed the start menu and immediately closed out of it, is because if you never open the start menu once, there's a girl outside of Pallet Town who will block you from leaving unless she talks to you. Oh nice, female first try. So I do that just to prevent her text from coming up. Very minor time save, but yeah. Oh, that's not the best move. Oh my god, dude, that did so much. That did so much damage. Dude, Leech Life and Astonish are not good moves to train on. Definitely for the bug catchers, I'll need to use, what's it called? Astonish. I mean, at least Crobat has surprisingly good defenses. And yeah, Screech is really gonna help this thing. Alright, I'm definitely gonna need to heal here first. I'm not going to fight the optional rival because the optional rival really isn't that good for training, plus he'd be kind of hard. Hey, Mario. Yep, you made it just in time. Alright, I'm going to move Astonish into slot 1. Your 3 shorts have 892 views total. That's pretty good. Correct nature, obviously. Yeah, this thing has way too much speed. We don't need all of that speed. Also, you know what's interesting? With Screech, I can actually just use Screech to cancel out 1 Harden. Yeah, check this out. I can use 3 Screeches. It'll just be at -3 defense, then -2. Dude, why does Screech have so many power points? It's kind of insane. I just hope 14 Leech Lives will be enough. Aren't you weak to Brock and Sabrina? I'm also weak to Surge, too. And Lorelei. Yeah, I am going to want to do some training, though. You know what? I should probably backtrack. Yeah, I'm going to have to backtrack, because I'm not going to have enough PP for these guys. And besides, I have to train in the wild till level 12 anyway. I mean, theoretically, I could just blackout train on the junior trainer, but that'd be a pretty bad idea. Because his Sandshrew would just take forever to knock me out. If this mod had Swords Dance or any attack boosting setup move, it would be crazy good. Flying is okay offensively. Offensively, flying is pretty decent. Yeah, I agree with you on that. You know, fun fact, in Generation 7, when Leech Life went from a 20 power move to an 80 power move, at level 1, Zubat got Absorb instead of Leech Life. But funnily, in this game, if it got Absorb instead of Leech Life, it would actually be a net benefit, which is pretty funny. Honestly, will fighting the camper give me enough XP to get to 12? Probably not. Actually, I know in Red and Blue the guy gives 406 experience, but then again, that was with Diglett and not Geodude experience. I don't know if Geodude has a better XP yield than Diglett. But let's try this out. How's ZA so far? Pretty good. I'm having a lot of fun with it. My brother didn't feel the same way. He generally prefers the older tradition-styled Pokemon games. His favorite generation is Gen 6, but that doesn't completely save it. Then again, he didn't like Legends Arceus either. So I think he might just skip out on the Legends games. But he did tell me when Gen 10 comes out, and if it's just a normal game, he'll get it. Okay, so this guy gave me barely enough XP. Got it. But I've been having a lot of fun so far. And from what I've heard other people say, it's definitely, like, there's a huge array of opinions. Well, to him, the newest gen he likes is Gen 7. He does like Gen 9, but not as much, just because he generally doesn't like open world games. Because going from place to place feels like a massive chore to him. Oh, Shadow, thanks for being a member for 5 months. And I know most of those were gifted, but I know you became a member recently. Okay, I'm gonna need to use Supersonic. Reset. Yeah, I have to Aerodactyl to fight. No point in blacking out either. But honestly, what's the plan here? I think just get to -4 defense, then Astonish. Wait, no, I should use Leech Life. What am I doing? Get some health back. Okay, so then here I would go 1 Screech. Supersonic. Leech Life. Oh, he probably detected the kill. Yep. Although I did get to the part where I unlocked Mega Evolution. I actually really love the way they handled Mega Evolution in that game. A lot better than how they handled it in X and Y. Because I think in X and Y, the way they handled it just felt too overpowered. Okay, that was insane. Dude, it's insane. -6 defense only gets me to that. This it? Wow, okay, that was insanely lucky. But at the same time, Crobat needs to be insanely lucky to beat Brock. Hey, I'll take that. That was really good. Alright, sell Rock Tombs, sell the Pokeballs, get rid of that Antidote. I'm gonna get some more Repels. What I've seen from live streams of ZA, it doesn't feel like a true Pokemon game without... That was his #1 complaint. He generally likes having an evil team and gyms. He said Sun and Moon was an exception because at least they tried to replace gyms with a different concept. Like, instead of gyms, there were totem trials. I mean, that was his complaint, too. You're getting your Oh, Yokai, you're getting the Switch 2 ZA bundle, I'm assuming? I don't have the Switch 2 ZA bundle. I got the World bundle. I don't really play Mario Kart much. I just got it just because $50 for the new Mario Kart's a good deal. And my forearm muscles are sore. Yeah, he generally he doesn't really like the Legends games. He hated Legends Arceus. He liked every other Pokemon game on the Switch besides Let's Go. I don't think he's played Let's Go, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't like that game either. The games he does like are Brilliant Diamond, Violet, then probably Shield right after that. Like, his second favorite region is probably Sinnoh, if I had to take a guess. And I know some people hated that BDSP was faithful. He actually kind of likes the fact it was faithful, because it reminded him of the original games, so that was the reason he liked it a lot. Okay, that was sketchy. Oh, that thing has soundproof. You know, that ability never really comes into play until that moment. Legends Arceus, like, out of a 10, I'd probably rank it a 7. I would essentially say that's average. Scarlet and Violet, I'd probably rank it a 7.5. Sword, I'd rank it a 6. BDSP, I would rank it an 8.5. Make fun of me if you want, but I'm sticking by it. Bite. Okay, so long, Supersonic. Never knew ya. Why did I get that? A 4 to 5 for me, so the average FPS. A heads up, Yokai. You might want to give the game a try once you get your Switch 2. It is literally a night and day difference. It's insane. And also, the Legends ZA for Switch 1... I've seen how it runs on the Switch 1. It runs surprisingly good on the Switch 1. Like, think of how Scarlet and Violet plays on the Switch 2, but just lower the FPS to 30. That's literally how ZA runs on the Switch 1. It's kind of insane. Alright, yeah, we're definitely fighting the rival for sure. I gotta make sure to get Secret Power, too. Okay, that was pretty nice. And also, for this week, we're doing Leafgreen. Today's Crobat, and then Friday will be Venomoth. I think the theme I decided for this was, Pokemon, like, ninja-style Pokemon. Like, I was thinking, like, Pokemon that are on Janine's team and Koga's team. That was kind of what I was thinking of. I was so disappointed when I could count the individual frames of the few background NPCs. Yeah, that was bad. Yeah, Legends ZA for Switch 1 runs a million times better than how Scarlet and Violet ran on the Switch 1. Like, the Scarlet and Violet game should have been delayed by at least a year so they could fix that. But I think it was after Scarlet Violet released that I think Game Freak finally caught the memo. They want the fans want them to take their time. That was the reason, like, the Z8 trailer came out in early 2024, and we didn't get the first trailer until early 2025, and that was for an October release, so we had to wait a long time to see a trailer. And I think it definitely shows with the game's performance. I know some people make fun of the game's looks. I will say, though, it's kind of funny seeing all the buildings have just completely flat textures. You can see, like, the upper windows where it looks like it should have a balcony, and it's just, like, completely flat. Oh, man. I think the music's a little too loud. But at the same time, the rest of the city still looks really good. My theory is, from what I've heard through the last-minute leaks, apparently there was like a beta map for Lumio City for Legends EA, and the buildings were more 3D looking. But if I had to guess on why they reverted that, I think they made it flat to increase the frame rate, because maybe the game had performance issues. That's just my guess. I don't mind the texture, I don't play the game for that, but at least has the animation smooth. Yeah, as long as the frame rate is smooth. I mean, the rest of the city still looks nice. I think they just made the buildings flat to make it load better. It did definitely look a little off at first. Wing attack. I need bite, and I need... Let's bite, wing attack. Confuse. Wait, what's my main moves? Oh, I'm getting secret power too. Get rid of leech life. $60 power wing attack is going to be quite nice. Okay, I need to fix the spelling for the Nidorans. I need to fix that. Legends EA's buildings do look like they were made in MS Paint, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a bad thing. No, this buildings still look good. I will say, though, the balcony thing, they probably should have left that part out. Because that's the one thing I keep looking at, and I can't unsee it. Then again, if that's the worst part of the game, I'd say it's pretty good. Boss beautiful graphics. I play Horizon Dawn Zero on my PC in 4K. I enjoy Pokemon for the gameplay, not for the graphics. Well, Pokemon also has a specific look to it. Like, there are a lot of people who would want, like, an ultra-realistic Pokemon game. But it wouldn't really make sense. Like, even on the more powerful consoles, it's always going to have that anime look to it. It's always going to have that look. Honestly, I will say, if Gen 10 has the look of Legends ZA, but like a normal battle system, I think the games will be pretty good. Like, I don't hate the ZA battle system, but I think the unique battle system should stick to the Legends games. Will this trainer get me to 23? I kind of would prefer 23 for damage rounding. Nice. Perfect. Oh, I forgot that person berry. Oh well. It's a lot of forced hatred, yeah. I think the most of the like absolute hatred for Legends ZA is, I think it's just a different form of the hatred towards Nintendo. Like, they're just directing it to whatever the newest game is. Like, a lot of it is generally from people who are pissed off at Nintendo for stuff that they're doing with, like, patents and stuff. And they're just taking it out on the game. I think that's what it is. Like, if you look at Google reviews, the game is at, like, 26% positive right now for Google reviews. And I can guarantee it's a lot of people who are pissed at Nintendo, and they're just going to dislike bomb it. I can guarantee you that's what it is. Because you don't have to have played the game to leave a like or a dislike on it. Alpha Magikarp with Hydro Pump. So far, I haven't blacked out yet. Legends Unova with the 2 kings, that I would like a lot, yeah. But I mean, I'm not going to spoil anything because obviously I haven't played far enough to even spoil anything. But from what I've heard, apparently the story is extremely good. Like, I saw some guy saying on X that the story is comparable to like the Gen 5 stories with how great it is. So I'll keep playing and see how that holds up. Oh yeah, the Mega Shards are pretty easy. I will say it is pretty tedious. But at least since they spawn in massive groups, it's not too bad, but it is tedious. But then again, every Pokemon game has to have something that's tedious. Otherwise, it's not a Pokemon game. I will say, though, I don't like how they reused alphas. Alphas kind of made sense in Legends Arceus, where it was like back in the ancient past, but it really made no sense for Legends ZA to have alphas. It honestly made no sense to me. Because alpha, you think like old, like in the past. Like, I just don't think it made sense for the alpha Pokemon to be in the game. Just from a design perspective, that's just my opinion. I was thinking instead of alphas, it would just be the rogue megas, but you gotta unlock the ability to fight those. Hold on. Oh god, Mega Starmie is awful. Was it designed to be awful? Because if so, they did a good job on that. Oh, you know what's funny? I saw a video on YouTube this morning talking. It was showing off the new megas like side by side with their shiny counterparts, and the thumbnail was literally Mega Starmie with pink with the green shorts with the flowers on it, like it was supposed to be Patrick. All right, so yeah, Shadow's confirming it that the story is apparently really, really good. So, I'll keep my hopes up. Damn it. I keep forgetting this person's not required. Alright, I'm gonna scroll down in my notes. Grab Aerial Ace. This will be the solution to Koga's Muck. We don't want to teach it now. We'll grab Return later. When you get the 3 PP ups, save them for Giga Drain in the League. Oh, our ability. Our ability is Inner Focus, so we can't be flinched. Pretty useful ability, but we're gonna outspeed most things anyway. And also, in Fire Red and Leaf Green here, you guys notice how I bought the 10 repels in Pewter? It's supposed to be enough for Mount Moon and Rock Tunnel. And then in Lavender, I can go ahead and purchase the Super Repels. Or the department store, whatever I go to. Funnily enough, though, actually, in my more recent Fire Red Leaf Green runs, I would actually skip Super Repels entirely, and in Fuchsia, I would just straight up buy Max Repels. Because most runs, I get the substitute move anyway from the tutor. Since the mart is literally on the way there, I could just buy my Max Repels there. That's another reason for buying extra repels. Okay, I should definitely save. Legends Johto. Any region could get a good Legends game, honestly. My question is, was it designed to be bad? It is fishnet high heels, Patrick. What? I could have swore I had a repel up. You know something I've been thinking of? I saw the stats of a lot of the new megas, and I was really thinking, like, I wonder if I should bring back that... Remember when I was doing those fire red backports? There was a small little period in time where I did mega evolutions. I'm thinking, like, I should think of some sort of, like, mini, like, mega evolution series. Maybe, like, with crystal backports or something. Where I will just have the megas compete against each other. And something unique I can do is, like, you know how, like, with the starters in those games, you always get the held berry? I can replace the held berry with a mega stone. And just make it so, like, I have to keep it equipped. And on the overlay, it'll show, like, Lucario Knight. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, honestly, I think I'll wait till the DLC comes out when new megas introduced. I think I'll wait until then to introduce that series. So that way I can do all the megas. So that way I don't have to worry about it right now. Wow, I completely messed up this puzzle. Damn it. I can try to make front and back sprites for the megas. It's not as simple as just making the sprite. You got to make sure the colors are indexed properly. And for Gen 2, you only have a 56 by 56 palette to work with. It's very hard to make sprites in that size. Generally, what I like to do is take the official artwork, and then you can, like, create a new layer and, like, trace over it. But that was only really a thing with Photoshop, but I don't use Photoshop to make the sprites. I use a Libre sprite. And the back sprites are 48 by 48. Alright, I'm going to get the calcium, but I'm not going to use it. Okay, let's see. What do I do here? Guard Spec Man is whatever. Bite, the rock types wing attack the Kenga. Neither's rival 4. Erica's a stomp with wing attack. Head down to the Safari Zone for substitute and grab protein. We don't need Steel Wing. So yeah, our mid-game ordering is Erica, Safari Zone, then Sylph Training. Fighting Dojo Sabrina. I should probably be spamming Bite. Yeah, honestly, I think a Mega Evolution series would be pretty cool. I'll ask Steve if he'd be interested in that, because I really like doing the crystal backport races when it's generally racing against other people. Ah, seriously? Yeah, Giovanni tends to be hard when he actually plays like a normal person. Okay, that tail whip is actually kind of bad. Ah, inner focus, get wrecked. Yeah, this guy's just so random. Alright, and since I still have repels for the tower as well, I don't have to go into the department store right now. Yeah, in Pewter, it's always a good idea to buy, like, 10 repels if you can. Yeah, so you can use like 3 repels for Mount Moon, 4 for Rock Tunnel, and then the remaining 3 can be used for the tower here. Right here is a big mushroom. They sell for good money, but the main reason you would ever want to get that big mushroom is if you're going to the Sevi Islands to get the rare candy or something. You can also use that mushroom to go to the move relearner, because the guy either takes 2 tiny mushrooms or 1 big mushroom, and that's a very consistent big mushroom. Before, what I would do is I would just catch Paris and find tiny mushrooms. Or inside Mount Moon, there's little tiny hidden spots where mushrooms can generate. But the problem is they're random, and they respawn every like 512 steps or something, and it's random. But that one big mushroom there is very consistent. So if there's ever a run in Fire and Leaf Green where you want to use the move relearner, get the big mushroom in the tower. Air Cutter. This any good? No, that move sucks. Less power, less accuracy, supposed high crit chance? I don't think so. Head to Sill for a lot more training high money items. If we're fighting Magma Smack back for flinch, we want to not hit the EV limit, because we need to use Psych for his back EVs as much as possible. At level 45, Fievel isn't an issue. Clear out the fighting dojo. Sabrina isn't an issue. Oops. I accidentally pressed the L button. Also, I did make sure I was using the correct patch for Leaf Green. In the Ditto run, I ended up having the patch with Scott's spinner anxiety hack, but this one does not have it. Everything else is the same, though. Like, no encryption, so the overlay is a lot smoother. The game plays... I don't think there's really much difference with the gameplay. Alright, so right here, I'm going to buy 11 max repels. Alright, teach substitute over... Yeah, there's no way I need secret power, right? No, I don't. I don't want the Quick Claw, obviously. I don't want Steel Wing. Alright, now we're going to go do Sylph training. So yeah, I don't want to hit the EV threshold, but doing some very quick math, I'm probably at like 170 EVs or something. I've got a lot of room. I'm just going to do training here till I get level 45. Oops. Yeah, I'm gonna try and avoid the ones with Magnemites. What's your plan for rock types? Bite for special damage. That's pretty much it. Uh-oh. That thing hit itself for, like, no damage. Oh, man, that was close. I am going to use these proteins, though. I know this guy is not good for XP yields, but I want access to the heal beds. I probably should have used Substitute first. That would have been the better play. But at least I didn't hit myself. I'm also going to be getting a lot of the high money items too, so I can sell those for calcium. Actually, if I'm using calcium later, I may as well just use this. That was nice. Dang it. Huh, wing attack did more than bite. That's interesting. Alright, not that guy. I'm nowhere close to ready, but I am going to go do the Fighting Dojo too. The Fighting Dojo is not good either for XP, but the main reason I'm fighting them is because almost everything in here gives attack EVs. Gotta go to bed. Good luck with your run. Thanks for stopping by. You okay? Mean look. Gross. I mean, I don't think I need to be level 45. I think that's a little cutting it safe. It just says at 45, Wing Attack's able to two-shot Charizard with the badge boost, but if I'm at good enough HP, he might do that thing where he'll just spam Scary Face on a substitute. Oh wait, I just realized I never cleared out Erica's gym, so I should probably go do that first. Oh, you know what's interesting? Half of this gym gives attack EVs, the other half gives special attack. I've known this from Exceptional's run. The Bellsprouts give physical attack. The Oddish give special attack. I think Bulbasaur gives special attack. But hey, I need those two. So you know what? I should probably just fight everyone in this gym. And it's so nice Wing Attack has so many power points. Okay, now just wait. Don't save before her. Oh, actually, this might get me exactly to 45. Oh yeah, literally exactly 45. That's perfect. And I will be needing Giga Drain for later, but I'm not going to teach it right now. Interesting the Pidgeot wasn't spamming Feather Dance. Normally it likes to do that. Is Crobat a slow bat? No, it's pretty fast. Can I just use another sub? Yeah. Maybe for safety I'll use a Confuse Ray. Okay, yep, we win. With the substitute up, it just has to hit itself once. I mean, so far this Pokemon's playing pretty decently. But then again, we haven't gotten to some of the harder parts of the run yet. Alright, when surfing down from Palace, start a rematch session with Psych for attack views. We want to be level 56 to get Haze for Blaine. Dude, a +5 Fury attack didn't even break the sub. Have you been enjoying ZA? I've been enjoying it a lot so far, yeah. My brother hasn't been enjoying it as much. He never really liked Legends Arceus, so I figured it might have been kind of a long stretch he'd like ZA. But he likes the more regular Pokemon games with evil teams and gyms. Plus, he really hates open world games. Like, he hates open world games so much. Like, I think The Legend of Zelda is probably his favorite Nintendo series, if you don't count the Earthbound series, because that series only has like 3 games. He likes almost every Zelda game, including Zelda 2, except for 2 Zelda games. You can probably guess which ones. But I've been enjoying them a lot. Teach Aerial Ace for Koga. So my moveset is going to be Wing It. Alright, so I need to keep Wing Attack, Bite, and Substitute. So I'll need to teach Aerial Ace over Confuse Ray. I got to the point, though, where I just unlocked Mega Evolutions. So, from what I've heard, the story in that game actually gets extremely good. Like, it even rivals Gen 9 and Gen 5's stories from what I've heard from other people. I haven't heard anything other than that, so I'm definitely going to keep playing it. But so far, I am really liking it a lot. I don't completely get his reasoning sometimes either. You know what's interesting, though? I'm training like 14 Pokemon evenly. I've filled up one PC box so far. Poison Fang, gross. I just catch things way too often. Because, I mean, I plan to do a Living Dex. I don't know if a Living Dex is possible in that game, because I don't think breeding exists. Or if you can, like, find the Kalos starters in the wild. I've gotten the 3 Kalos starters from those side missions, but I don't know where you can find them late. Maybe you can find them later in the game, too? Like with the Kanto starters? Oh, the intro is way too... Yeah. Almost every new Pokemon game has that problem since Sun and Moon. That's never going to get fixed. But at the same time, though, I felt like with Legends ZA, it should have been kind of an exception because the game is just completely different. So they should just, like, help explain the game's mechanics, if you know what I mean. You know what's interesting? Out of all the people in my YouTube chat and comments talking about the game, even in the Discord, I haven't had a single person, like, openly hate the game. Like, truly, truly hate it. But, like, online, you're just seeing, like, a lot of rage baiters. Aw, what do you mean Crobat can't learn strength? Do all the side missions that... Oh, I've been doing the side missions more than the actual missions. You know that meme of, like, when you do all the side missions before you get to the first boss, and it shows, like, a weak, puny, like, Moblin, and then your main character is just all buff and muscular and has the best weapons in the game? Like, when... It's that meme. Alright, so next up, I gotta do Blaine. I'm actually gonna Versus Seeker train on Fisherman Psyche here, because his whole entire team gives attack EVs. His team, he gives you a grand total of 7 attack EVs. I'm gonna train here to level 56, though, because there's no other trainers I'm gonna be fighting before Blaine. I'm just gonna do the training here so I can get as much attack as possible. Oh wait, I haven't bought the calcium. I better buy some calcium first, because I am going to want 100 special attack. Let me go do that really quick. No, that's not the vitamins person. Want that shiny charm? Oh yeah, the shiny charm at level 25. Can you make some criticisms? Absolutely. Is it enough to review bomb it? You know what's funny? I think people are taking out their anger, like, towards Nintendo and just taking it out on, like, their newest titles. Like, whether it deserves it or not. Like, I know Mario Kart World got dislike bombed pretty bad, but I have heard controversies around that game, because apparently they got rid of traditional 3-laps, which a lot of people liked. But ZA, like, if you look at, like, Legends ZA on Google reviews, like, you know how you can leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down? It's at 26% like, and I can guarantee you most of that are from people who've never played the game, but are just pissed off at Nintendo for any various reason, and they're just taking it out on any new game. Because besides the occasional rage baiter you see online, almost everyone that I've seen, like, on social media or in my Discord talk about the game is actually in a very positive way. Like, the most negative comments I've seen that were actually serious were just the fact that the game was grindy and it was just it was just an average game, but they still had fun. Like, the general audience does not match up with Google reviews. But then again, you really shouldn't really trust Google reviews, especially since the game's not even a week old yet, because the problem is anyone can leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down. That's the problem. Anyone can. I mean, I am happy that Legends ZA brought back the shiny sound that Legends Arceus had. I'm actually very pissed off that Scarlet and Violet got rid of that for no reason. I was really upset that they did that. I will say though, at first I thought the new battles, the new real-time based battle system was just you just mash buttons, you just mash different buttons until you win. It's actually not as simple as that. Like when I got to the rogue megas, it made you truly realize like just like having a Pokemon with just 4 attacking moves and spamming the buttons will not win you matches. Plus, especially during like the matches, like the Rogue Megas or Alphas, they are those Pokemon are actively trying to kill you as well. You got to make sure you run away as well, so it's actually a lot more action-packed. I do wish, though, more of the wild battles were like that, not just the Alphas and the Rogue Megas. Because it kind of had to take a while for it to be more interesting. Alright, we want to be level 56 to get Haze for Blaine. Alright, even at -1, Wing Attack still one-shots Growlithe. Haze on the Ponyta to get rid of the Intimidate. And Substitute and Pray, you get the range on Rapidash and block Arcanine's Intimidate. This game may teleport a move you could use. Teleport has been a move you could use since Gen 1. What are you talking about? Well, here's been my opinion on those things. Like, Nintendo is within their right to file patents. Like, it is completely within their right. There's a patent system for a reason. It's not Nintendo's fault it got approved. And besides, the patents don't even affect Palworld. That's what people keep forgetting. They don't affect Palworld at all. It technically would affect future games, for sure, but it's not going to affect Palworld. They're going to try and sue over it, but it's going to get turned down by a court. Okay, so let's see. My moveset, Wing Attack, Bite, Haste Up. Yeah, get rid of Aerial Ace. Wow, almost 192 attack EVs. That's impressive. In actual battle. I will say, though, in ZA, the way they handled the Megas is a lot better than how it was handled in X and Y and onwards. Because in those games, once you Mega Evolved, it was permanent until you died, and you could only use it once per battle. But with the ZA battle system, it, how does it work? Uh-oh. That is annoying. Is you're Mega Evolved only for a limited amount of time, but then during the fight, what you can do is you can end up finding like little orbs that come out of the Pokemon whenever you hit them. And it can help keep your meter full. And then once your meter runs out, you can't Mega Evolve again until you refill the meter. That I actually like a lot. Because I did not like that Megas were permanent in battle. Dude, dude, I forget. When you leave the mansion, the statues don't reset. It's like they're like permanent flags. One thing I will say, though, I don't like how they got rid of link battles in the game. Like, when me and my brother tried to do a link battle, we were thinking, like, just, you know how, like, in the Royale, you would just, like, battle each other and, like, wait until, like, whoever's team dies first wins. We were thinking it's going to be like that, but it ended up just being a mini, like, battle royale. It didn't end up being, like, a true battle, if that makes sense. That, I will say, is so far my biggest critique of the game, is that they got rid of traditional link battles. I'm probably gonna fight the Rapidash trainer for... yeah, fight the Rapidash guy for some good XP. This guy gives really good yields. Also, Haze is going to be really useful here, because Haze actually gets rid of stat changes. So we're actually going to use it to get rid of an Intimidate. I don't know. Also, the whole announcing the DLC before the game's even out, I've already made my opinion on that. I think that's very stupid. Seriously, you crit? Nice. Alright, I'm gonna go for a bite first. Nice. Yeah, it was really weird, too, why they did that, because, like, no other Nintendo game has done that. Literally, Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC came out, like, very close at the same time, but that DLC was announced, like, 2 months after the game came out. You don't announce it before it's ever out, but what made it even worse is that it's available for purchase day one, or technically before day one, but the actual story isn't unlocked until February 28th, 2026. So it's literally a buy it now, play later, which I think is very scummy. Hey, Yami Mask. Did Legends EA announce DLC for the game is out? Yes. It was available for purchase as well before the game even came out. But the actual story, you know, like, when you think of the DLC for the Pokemon games, you think of the story, the new areas, stuff like that. That part is not coming out till February of next year. Literally buying it right now only gets you day one access to that when it comes out, as well as some X and Y themed outfits. That's literally it. Buying the DLC now is literally just $30 skin packs, which I'm not gonna take that against the game, though, because obviously it's not a part of the game. That's more of a bad thing that Nintendo did. So I'm not going to count that in my review of the game, obviously, just because it's an outside factor. I'm not going to be like, you know what, I'm going to rate Legends ZA 1 out of 5 stars because they announced Day 1 DLC. Like, that's not a part of the game. I'm not going to take that into effect. I might wait till February 28th to buy it. Honestly, I think the theory on why they did that, I think Nintendo was experimenting to see how many people would actually do that. But I think a lot of the negative press, I don't think they'll do that again. But you never know. I hope they don't do that again, because that was very scummy. It's also really weird what games they choose to do DLC for. BDSP didn't get DLC. Legends Arceus did not get DLC. The other ones did, though. Oh, my fault. I accidentally used wing attack. Okay, that was a lucky miss. Oh, that rain dance is pretty good. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to go too well. But yeah, that was my fault. Dude, why does Pidgeot not like going for Feather Dance? Areas outs... I don't... Actually, one thing I am kind of interested in is the fact that the trailer showed Hoopa. Do you guys remember in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire? Hoopa's rings would literally spawn in Pokemon from other places. I wonder if it'd be a similar thing, like you can travel through the rings to other places and find new Megas. That would be very fun. Like, that critique I mentioned earlier about the Day 1 DLC, it does not matter if the ZA DLC is going to be the best DLC that was ever made. It's not going to matter if it was the best DLC ever made. You still shouldn't have done that. Like, I think best case scenario for Nintendo, I think they thought it would hype people up more, that there would be more content coming soon. At least wait for like a month before you do that. Like, if they had waited till like December, or like waited till January, if they had waited till like January or something to announce it, people would not have been upset. And I think a lot of people are taking the whole being pissed off about the Day 1 DLC thing, and they're taking it out on the base game. Like, don't take it out on the base game. Okay, hold on. I need level 72. 12 candies. Alright, I think I'm just going to fight the grass trainer. I am going to have to fly around the region, though, and get a couple candies, though, because I forgot. Because if it's literally just the city and we can't locate the Mega Dimension, I will be pissed. I think you will be able to go to other places, because generally DLC adds extra locations. Because the Scarlet and Violet DLC let you go to new places, the Sword and Shield DLC let you go to new places. I think it will let you go to new places. Maybe, but we'll have to see. Yeah, I think the failed hype, that's a best case scenario for them. I think a worst case scenario for them is they were experimenting to see how many people truly would buy it, like, before the game's even out. Which is incredibly stupid. But still, I can take my criticisms with how they handled the rollout. I'm not going to take it out on the base game, because the DLC launch has nothing to do with the base game, so I'm not going to critique the game based off of that. Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to be like, Legends ZA, 1 out of 5 stars, because Day 1 DLC, plus Nintendo lawsuits. Like, that's what a lot of those people did, like, on the Google thumbs up, thumbs down thing when you look up the game. A lot of people, I'm willing to bet a lot of people disliked the game just for those reasons, because they were pissed at Nintendo, like, you know, wanted to show it to them. Okay. I think that's all the candies. I should have 12. Yeah, 12 candies. Okay, so I can use all 12 candies to get to level 72. Grab Lumberry for Lorelei. Oh, hold on. I think I forgot to copy some of the notes. Alright, I'm pausing this for a sec. I think I forgot to copy a small section of notes. Yep, Crobat finale. Alright. I'll need to update the pace link later. I might be able to update the pace link now. I'm gonna edit this. Yeah, edit. Alright. The pace link note should be updated. Alright, let's see. What am I doing? Before Lorelei, teach Giga Drain over Bite. Use 3 PP ups and have a Lumberry. Alright, Giga Drain over Bite, 3 PP ups. Oh, Lumberry. Alright, let's see. Wing Attack the Dugong, Giga Drain the Slowbro, and Wing Attack Spam. If it went for Amnesia, Wing Attack Jinx, Lapras, Giga Drain twice. Oh, I was supposed to Giga Drain that, but I just got a lucky crit. Giga Drain the Lapras twice to avoid a full restore. Nice. Okay, that was a really smooth Lorelei. Thanks, Axew. Hiker, we don't need substitute Giga Drain. Agatha, substitute spam Wing Attack. Haze if the Gengar gets out of hand with Double Team. Dude, Haze is going to be so good for that. Plus 195 attack EVs is really good. That's one of the great benefits of doing Versus Seeker training on Psych. Because not only it's good XP, but it gives you attack. Hey Shadow, did you ever buy Sword and Shield's DLC? I know you weren't a big fan of the game, and I know you skipped the game at the time. Did you ever buy it? I will say the only good part about the DLC was the Dynamax Adventures. Other than that, I really wasn't a fan of it. The overworld areas down there looked pretty good. A lot better than the game's wild areas. Our Sword and Shield were the only Switch moments where I don't think the base game justified me getting the DLC. The Dynamax Adventures thing was pretty fun, though. But Scarlet and Violet's DLC was honestly way more justified, because even though it was the same price... Return over Wing It. I forgot Return. I think I should be fine. Alright, Haze right away. What the... dude? Oh, it was Hyper Beam. That's what that was. Wow, that did, like, nothing. What am I supposed to do for this thing? Hold on. Pause. Right, Haze right away. Giga Drain Gyarados to negate the chip damage. Substitute Porkeo and Gyarados for Aerodactyl. Prey uses Scary Face and not Ancient Power. Giga Drain Aerodactyl. The full HP and return the dragon types away. Okay, so I'm supposed to spam Giga Drain on Gyarados. Don't use Wing Attack. Keep my health as high as possible. Okay. You know what? I'm actually going to equip a Citrus Berry. Oh, one thing I'll say. The evolution animation in Legends EA is honestly one of the coolest looking evolution animations in the whole series. It's really good. Substitute before knocking out the Gyarados. Okay, sub. Giga Drain. Nice crit. Okay, I can see what the plan was. That was really cutting it close on Giga Drains, though. Okay, yeah, Wing Attack's not doing enough. Return would have a power of 102 compared to Wing Attack's 90. But honestly, I may as well just teach Fly. Because Fly will have slightly more output. Yeah, since I forgot Return, I'm just going to teach Fly for the extra damage. Alright, I do want Attract in the place of Haze. Oh, good thing I still have the Citrus Berry equipped, because the note said, hey, you need the Citrus Berry for the champion. Good timing. Alright, substitute on Pidgeot. Giga Drain the Rhydon, return the rest. So I need to attract Gyarados, Exeggutor, and Charizard. Seriously? Okay, that thing using Reflect is kind of annoying. Alright, at least the Reflect is gone. That's good. My attract luck has been pretty dang good. This gonna two-shot. Nice. 1-11-01. 5 resets, 1 blackout. Honestly, this was a very good Crobat run. I got so lucky on Brock. I was able to beat him on, like, what was it, the second or third try? That was very lucky. Yeah, this is a very good Crobat run. I'm kind of impressed. I will say, though, Sword and Shield had the worst DLC so far. Then again, only 2 Pokemon games had DLC. The Scarlet and Violet one was very justifiable. It added a lot of stuff. Like, say what you want about how it originally ran on the Switch, but they did add a lot of stuff in the DLC. Like, 2 gigantic, like, overworld areas, each with their own story, and their remixed music. Definitely very cool. Definitely worth the price. Anyway, though, this is a very good run. Let's see how many of you guys had faith in me. 50% said under. Yeah, I definitely underestimated this thing, that's for sure. And once we get around to Venomoth, I don't know if Venomoth's going to do better or worse. I would like to think better because it gets Psychic moves, but we'll see. Anyway, Crobat, level 75, 5 resets, 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 1 second. Game time of 4:22. Alright, everyone, so if we take a quick look at the leaderboard here. Crobat got 16th place overall. That is pretty good. It did better than Houndoom, but worse than Celio. Honestly, it kind of makes sense. Celio being water type was really good. Definitely a lot of water type. You guys can kind of see a pattern with how good water types are in Kanto. Pretty much the only, like, really bad check that water types have in this game is Lorelei. That's the one thing that really prevents them from being powerhouses. I've never played anything up to Gen 5. Is there anything in the series worthwhile after this? What was my favorite game after Gen 5? I would actually recommend... Part of me wants to recommend Sun and Moon. Because the whole thing with the totem battles was actually a very fun concept, and the games are very challenging. I did like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire a lot, if you liked the original Hoenn games. It is a little easier of a game, that's for sure. Gen 6 was known for being pretty easy to beat, but the Gen 7 games were definitely really hard, so honestly, I would try Sun or Moon. I prefer the Ultra games better, but they're pretty similar games, just different stories is essentially all. But one thing I like about the Ultra games, though, is the ability to go through wormholes to, like, other worlds and catching legendaries at the end. That was pretty fun. But anyway, Crobat, pretty dang good. Let's take a look at Venomoth's moveset real quick. Disable... Oh, dude, 5 level 1 moves. Okay, I'm willing to bet Silverwind is the one for the move relearner. But one thing I don't like about Pokemon DB is it doesn't have the moves in the proper order. Okay, so right here. Supersonic, Foresight, Disable, and Tackle. Confusion at level 17. That is bad. This thing is going to have a much worse Brock split. I'm going to have to grind to level 17. There's just no way around it. Level 36 Psybeam. I'll probably get the Psychic TM by that point. Sludge Bomb is in the post-game. Okay, yeah. Venomoth is straight up going to be worse. Sorry, Scott. But anyway, thank you all for stopping by, everyone. I do appreciate it. The next stream will be on Friday. I didn't really have many streams planned for this week. And also, as an update for Daily December, I've finished, out of the 33 videos that'll be in Daily December, I finished voicing 26 of them. So I am almost done with the voiceovers. I've been trying to do 2 voiceovers every Wednesday and then 2 every Thursday on my days off. I'm hoping to get the voiceovers done by the end of the month, so I can spend November, and hopefully by the end of November, I'll have at least 60% of them edited and finished, and then December I can finish the rest. And I'll definitely take a break in January, that's for sure. Maybe, we'll see. But yeah, I may not do Daily December again, but I just wanted to pull off a successful